Did you see that Asmongold did another Genshin video? He did? Yeah. Yeah, I think he did. I think he did. I saw it. I didn't go all the way into it. I think actually I saw it because we'll put it on YouTube right now. Did I see it? I think I saw the thumbnail to it and I might have clicked on it and then I got distracted. But yeah, no, I think I did see it. Hold on one second. There's Asmongold. See, he's always kind of popping up, so I thought I saw the trailer. All right, so here we go. Yeah, I did see. I watched a little bit of it. Then I was like, you know what? I might as well react. Oh, let's react to it right now. Who cares? Who cares? All right.
Promise regarding Genshin? Yeah.
Let me move myself.
Bro, this is single player gacha game. People pay real money to beat the CPU. Here's why.
Oh boy.
The girls are hot. We're gonna take a look at it. Why Genshin Impact is an artistic and technical masterpiece. I'm gonna be real. They spent $100 million a year on this fucking game. It better be an artistic and technical masterpiece.
He's right.
That's a lot of money.
That is a ton. A ton of money.
The first time a video game.
He's right.
When was the first time a video game truly made you say, "Wow"? Maybe it was walking out of the vault for the first time in Fallout 3.
I would say the vault in Final Fantasy 14. I would also say Elden Ring, like the Nakud City, the Eternal City, and you go down that shit and you're like, what the fuck? Or
yeah, I think for me, the moment that I was like, wow, I mean, I'm gonna go backwards. I think it was Final Fantasy X, right back on PlayStation when I saw when I forget what exactly the scene was, but I remember being, you know, obviously being a kid, and I was just looking. I was like, man, this is amazing. Like that was my moment of like, wow.
Dark Souls. I would say like. The weird thing with Dark Souls is like the wow moment whenever I beat Dark Souls happened when I beat the game and the credits rolled. I said, what
I think that's fair. I mean, that's always everybody's wow moment though.
Yeah, I feel like there have been a number of good wow moments in games recently.
There's plenty.
Anor Londo, yeah. After those little dick boys crawl you over there.
I would say plenty. Over there. Absolutely. Plenty of those moments.
It was watching the first Colossus pass you by in Shadow of the Colossus. Yeah. But for me, it was the first time I saw the world of Genshin.
I'm gonna be honest too.
I mean, actually, if you're gonna go really deep into it, besides that, I was just thinking about it. I mean, even like Borderlands, right? Like there was no like wow moment, but like there was a moment where I was like, this is just amazing. I just love this game. And I think God of War has that too. Has that not the older God of Wars, which are more hack and slash, like the newer one. The one, I forget what it's called, the one he runs around with his son though. Oh man, it's escaping me right now.
I actually think Belshazzar Gate 6 was a wow moment fight.
I think the wow moment fight was the very first fight when you fought Loki in God of War, that first big like boss fight. That moment I was like, damn, I'm in. I remember playing it. I was like, I'm in.
So was Vaulton Gate 2. I actually think that those fights are S tier on a level that no other MMO is actually above.
Got it.
There
all right, keep going.
Fights that are equivalent.
Come on.
Like Mythic Gold Day.
So many players.
We're gonna make this faster actually, because I have no kind of patience.
Game, and it's this exact art style that I want to dissect today.
There you go. 175.
Let's explore.
I actually watch most videos on 1.75 because I just don't have time. So yeah.
The art of Genshin Impact.
Let's go.
I know somebody in chat goes and says comparing masterpieces to Genshin. The reality is that I bet Genshin is a masterpiece. I bet honestly the graphics and the style
I feel like it is, and I'm
probably fucking perfect for what it is.
I'm not even all the way in it yet, and I'm like thinking that.
The universe of Genshin Impact was created with an outstanding amount of attention to detail upon an intricate framework that contains a surprising amount of reference to the real world. We'll get into that in a bit. Genshin's universe is.
I think there's definitely real world elements in the game because inspiration comes from the real world.
Split between 7 factions, each corresponding to an element. These include the 4 elements considered by Western cultures as the pillars of the earth, along with other elements derived from Eastern traditions. Each elemental domain has a god or archon presiding over them, with their names along with many others directly lifted from Ars Goetia, a pagan grimoire. Even the twins' names, the 2 possible characters a player can choose at the beginning of the game, are clever wordplay meant to represent yin and yang energies and the polarity between.
I'm telling you, bro, I think he played this game.
Man, that's a difference in the way it's designed. You know, like that's a.
I never knew that.
They changed the character model up a lot. Just a bit, yeah.
Yeah.
and Eastern schools of thought, Genshin Impact became a sampling platter for many profound concepts.
You see those eyes when he saw that? I mean, let's just be real. Look at, hold on,
And
wait.
Eastern schools of thought, Genshin Impact became a sampling platter for many
Right there,
profound concepts.
right there,
What
those
makes it so
eyes.
great is that it's
You know what he was looking at.
into a format that makes it fun and visually
cool.
appealing. And it's easy to understand why this title became so successful in such a short amount of time.
That's really
We consider
nice.
that these players
Like,
were also
I'm
so successful in
Like, that's what I'm saying. This shit, that looks really good.
That's dope.
Just objectively, like, for the art style that they're trying to go with, that's fucking amazing, man.
It is
That looks so
amazing.
good.
He's right.
such a short amount of time.
You know,
We
man,
consider
he
these
really
players
wants
also
in.
facing
He
unique
wants to
challenges.
make content for
On top of
Genshin.
this,
I don't
that
care what
open
anybody
world
says.
exploration and the intricate storylines
I'll have
honestly
that
kept me glued to my screen for longer than I'd like to admit.
Yeah.
In an interview by Pocket Gamer,
My plan with the game is whenever I play this shit, I'm actually gonna play through the whole story. I'm gonna play through the whole story, play through the whole game. I'm gonna do it like I did Final Fantasy.
Hoyo's president Forrest Liyue mentioned that the team's love for Japanese entertainment was the bedrock for creating this game, although the vast majority of the group, comprising of more than 400 people, were of Chinese descent. Now, this is really interesting to me, since most of the in-game scenes could easily be mistaken for authentic Ghibli movies. An overwhelming number of players also noticed the resemblance to the beloved Breath of the Wild. And
Is that too fast for you guys? Is that too fast? That's a little fast for you guys. I'll go to 1 point. I could retain information pretty quickly and hear it. So okay.
confirmed that the cel-shaded Zelda installment was in fact a heavy inspiration for Genshin Impact.
Well, absolutely. Duh. Everybody knows that. Okay. Even I knew that, and I'm new. I'm new here, and I knew
However,
that.
I am here to say that Genshin Impact
Not
is
the
a lot
Skyward
more
Sword.
than
That's
just
different.
a Breath of the Wild knockoff, as it draws inspiration from various games.
I think what happened is like it originally was kind of a Breath of the Wild knockoff, and then after a while it kind of grew its own legs, and it's.
I disagree. I played Breath of the Wild all the way through. I'm playing Genshin Impact for a little bit now. Nothing. I find that the world can look like it, and it has cooking. Beyond that, I don't see it.
It's its own thing now. It's like it might have started like that, but it's not anymore.
And game mechanics,
That's my
including
understanding.
previous MiHoYo games such as Honkai Impact 3rd. And yet, with the visuals being so
Honkai
heavily
Impact.
inspired by existing styles, Genshin Impact has still managed to carve out its own unique artistic identity.
Yeah, it's
To achieve this,
dope.
The studio used the beloved anime
And people
style
trying to-
as a stepping stone, and
And people are trying to steal the what Genshin looks like. Look at Eversoul right now, right? So if you're playing Eversoul, completely different gameplay wise, but the trailers will have you think that it's a very similar game. And the specials, the ultimates.
define
Yeah.
the game's visual character through a plethora of cultural motifs anchored in real life. Every location of this game was carefully created to reflect real-life places. The characters, both playable and non-playable, were designed to fit within a cultural background that players all around the world can relate to.
There's no fat people in this game, so I don't know how Americans can play this shit. I've never seen a single fat person. play this game. There is? Okay.
I think there
All right,
are. There are. There should.
I
That
think
was
this
a
is
good
a
one.
perfect time to look into the environment
They're the
design of
bad
Genshin Impact.
guys.
As a horrible artist myself, much of this game's appeal stems from the gorgeous scenery. I actually have a course that teaches you how to create beautiful environments like this using Unreal Engine and Blender, so make sure to check out that link in the
The
description.
fat people are the
When
bad guys.
designing the world of Genshin Impact, MiHoYo's art department had two things in mind: to develop certain styles that perfectly match the essence of each faction, and making sure to communicate that aesthetic effectively. Now, Genshin Impact was built entirely on a customized version of Unity due to its
Do you think that in Hoyo there are artists who only work on certain factions or certain areas of the game, and then in the office they have like a whole like turf war in the office, like this fridge is the Mondstadt fridge and you may not go near the Mondstadt fridge unless you are a Mondstadt artist or engineer? I feel like that's possible.
its extensive multi-platform support. Two different render pipelines were put in place, which is quite a strange practice to see for a game like this. However, given the heavily stylized nature of this game, the studio saw it fit to employ two separate pipelines.
Okay.
A PBR pipeline for the environments, and a cel-shaded hand-painted pipeline for the characters.
That makes sense, right? Because like you want to have those characters, they need to be hot as fuck, because like that's what's gonna get people to spend money. Because like you have a new character comes out, that's what's gonna on God, true.
I mean,
absolutely, yeah. They gotta make those characters just right.
You clearly see what he's looking for
We're
at
going
the
to get both
game,
of those eventually in the
right?
video.
Like, am I the only one who's missing it? Like, sexualization of the characters is like heavy whenever he talks about Genshin, bro. I mean, not all the characters, but like, and not all the time, because he does talk about like things, but every time it comes down to like, he's just automatically assumes that the money is related to the appearance of the
The
characters.
first region a player gets to explore is the Anemo Nation, which corresponds to the wind element. The Anemo Nation resides in
remember
the
I got
city of
questioned
freedom
wrong
called
in,
Mondstadt. In German, the name
school because of
translates
that.
to Moon City and is heavily inspired by Germanic architecture. The half-timbered houses are reminiscing of medieval German constructions, with
Oh,
their
yeah.
similarity becoming really
That is
striking
like
to the
Germany.
houses of the German town Miltenberg.
Damn, that place looks fucking nuts. Holy shit.
I never knew that.
Are people
That's
living there?
cool.
They have like internet and shit there too, right?
What? It's 2023. Of course they have
I would almost be
internet.
worried if I lived in a place like this that like there wouldn't be like running water. But the reality is, I bet there's probably more like
That is such an American mentality.
conveniences, and the Wi-Fi is probably better here than where I live. I don't know how that happens. Like Nick can go over to Norway.
Like cell towers, pollution in the air, electricity, things that stop the Wi-Fi, walls, cinder block. I can go on for days.
In the middle of a fucking rainstorm and have 1080p streams, but he's downtown in Austin getting disconnected.
The city of Mondstadt was built in an oval shape in the center of a lake, which seems to have been inspired by Bern, the capital of Switzerland. In the center
Whoa, that's like identical, bro. Hold on.
In the center of a lake.
Okay, this is Genshin. Okay.
Which seems to have been inspired by Bern, the capital of
Almost identical without the castle walls.
Switzerland. In the center of Mondstadt is a giant awe-inducing cathedral, which was most likely inspired by the Grand.
That's interesting to call it Bern because, you know, that was actually the name of the Lost Ark city of Vern in the Korean version, and Vern also has a cathedral that looks similar to this, and so maybe the Lost Ark city is also derivative of the same thing.
Cathedral
Look
in
at that.
Regensburg. Regensburg.
Just learned something.
For the environment design itself, the render pipeline takes into account the day and night cycle, weather conditions, as well as the complexity of the environment. All throughout Teviat, you won't find a single big light source. All of the lights and environments are dynamic, including the local ones that contribute to both direct and indirect lighting in the proximity of the player camera. With Genshin Impact, the beauty really is in the details. The use of dynamic shadows all across the game enhance the three-dimensional feel of Teviat. When players walk under a tree, the leaves cast shadows onto their bodies.
That's dope.
Volumetric fog of different densities in certain regions or time of day periods.
100 mil, bro.
Lighting, enriching the atmosphere and creating a unique experience at each part of the day in each different location.
100 mil.
I'd love to take a second to point out Genshin Impact's incredible cloud volumetric system. Typically, games will use 2D images of clouds in the background to fake them.
Yeah, I don't know. Can we think of a game like that? That just, you know, puts some fucking white shit up in the air and they say, hey, that's a cloud.
But Genshin Impact has physical, dynamic clouds that move, shift forms, and react to light, casting shadows on the ground below. I'll be diving into these techniques in more detail in my new upcoming series, Game Ready.
Can you get on top of that mountain?
Objects blocking the sun or moonlight create these beautiful...
It's a great question. Can you? Put in the comments.
And post-effect shaders such as bloom and color remapping.
Oh, everyone says yes in their chat.
Trick most eyes into believing that this scene is actually 2D artwork.
Yeah,
wow.
That looks good. It looks great.
That looks dope.
Now, as we go past the walls of Mondstadt, we're met with high mountains and green pastures spread for miles, which makes the outer area look a lot like the Mondsee area of Austria, which, for record, is also known as Moon Lake. Fun little detail.
That's a nice place. I like to live in a place like this, man. Like, I used to live in a place with, like, woods and shit, and now I live in a place with, like, apartments and shit.
I wouldn't want to live in either of any of that of the above.
Special attention was given to the grass of Genshin Impact in order to achieve the
Other people
look
moved.
of the terrain.
To
The
me.
studio modeled and textured a variety of grass concept motifs. These were then given randomized densities, size, orientations, and multiple sets of grass LODs were
Damn,
grouped
that's a
together
cat.
and
That's a
simplified
dope
versions were
scroll.
prepared for each set to keep things nice and optimized. Cliffs and mountains also occupy a big portion of most scenes in this game.
Yeah,
to
it was
maintain
cool.
a stylized, consistent look, the
I
studio
mean, look at
tried to
that. That
maintain
looks
the
so
texture
sick.
The texture applied to
That's
rocks provides
amazing.
8 different layers, and each
It
of them
looks
has
so
3 different
good.
versions to account for detailed differences seen at specific distances.
Oh my
The hand-painted
God.
layers are actually fully procedural and use a lot
He's
of
like,
blurring
dude,
and light.
all right. I mean, I've said it in the last video I did about Asmongold, but let's just be real here. He definitely wants in. And if he's waiting for Hoyo, he's gonna work forever. Hoyo's never, the Hoyo gets no benefit.
Desired look.
I'm sorry. Hoyo gets no benefit from Asmongold currently. Now, I mean, to pay him to how much is he gonna want? $1 million? Like, how much do you think he's gonna want? He knows what he's gonna generate. He's gotta know. He'd probably get a cool $1 million. $1 million bucks. It'd be no different. I mean, he'd be playing this game for like a month. $1 million bucks. It's basically the same amount of time that Ninja spent on Mixer or Shroud.
I go over this technique extensively in my stylized
I know it's more longer than a month. I know. I'm aware.
Genshin Impact features hundreds of different models of trees, bushes, and other foliage. The team had to employ several shading tricks to make them blend seamlessly into the environment while retaining some of the details. They
I
used
would say that's kind of impressive how they have. I'm gonna just go back real quick. Well, you got Mr. Squirrel here, and his the shadow is on each individual blade of grass.
Yeah.
Isn't that nuts? Wow, it's not cat, guys. Come on, we all stupid?
They use spherical models for the leaves, along with a technique relying on the angle of the player's camera to clip individual leaves out of the render.
Damn.
The specular and shadows between the leaves were then weakened, and a minimal level of lighting was set.
How does this
so that
guy
the
know
shadows
all
were
this stuff?
dark, which is essential in this painterly.
Is this like common sense, or is this like written somewhere that everybody knows? Put in the comments. I don't know.
style. If you
How does he
look closely
know
at
all
the
of it?
trees, you'll also notice some subsurface scattering on the leaves.
He knows a ton of
And
it.
like, look at her boobs too. I didn't notice the leaves.
See?
At all, but look at this.
If you
He
look
did it
closely at the
again.
trees, you'll also notice some subsurface scattering on the leaves of the trees.
Bro, there's like more physics in like one of these characters' boobs than there is in like all of the World of Warcraft raid.
Look at that. What'd I say?
Mimicking an effect we see in real life.
Like the whole
where
thing.
light creates a red effect
Oh,
when the
man.
sunlight shines
This
through
guy
at
is
the right angle.
killing me.
If you venture further into the wilderness on a mercantile route, you'll soon find yourself before a natural landmark called the Stone Gate. From here, the scenery gradually shifts, and the architecture, along with the path, slowly reveals the motifs of a new region, Liyue. Governed by the god of Geo, an element corresponding to Earth, the nation of Liyue resides in a very lively commercial harbor. This is one of my favorite environments in the entire game. The architecture
That's so
is
dope.
heavily
It's so
inspired by
dope.
China, featuring
I
warm
went there.
color
That's where they
palettes,
had that,
clay shingled rooftops,
jumping
and stilted
puzzle.
houses. For a team of Chinese developers, it was paramount to bring Liyue to a level of perfection as
Yeah,
to
of
reflect the
course.
gentle.
Liyue is dope. Yes.
As
Oh,
to
there it
reflect the
is.
gentle
I went to
yet
chat the wrong
imposing
time.
beauty of their own
Mona.
Seas of reeds embellish the terrain close to bodies of water, dancing with each gentle breeze. Inspired by the delicate balance of content and empty space which characterizes Chinese Shanshui landscape paintings, the team built an array of peaks and stone forests as a backdrop for prominent landmarks.
Okay.
The soothing scenery brought forward the name of the first piece of architecture we see in Liyue, the Wangshu Inn. It's designed
That's
as a
so
Liyue
sick.
Wukong temple built into a cliff.
I can't wait to get
The
there,
environment
man.
arts
I just want to play this game, man.
them to represent Chinese characteristics in front of a global player base. To achieve this, they compared
Yeah, that's the thing is like you don't really see a lot of that. That's why I'm excited to see that Wukong game, because like obviously is Dragon Ball Z is based off of that, so like you kind of have an idea of it, but I feel like it's like kind of underrepresented as like a mythology that like people are aware of around here in the U.S. at least.
various landmarks and pieces of Chinese culture, and finally selected the area of Zhangjiaji as one of the main sources of inspiration.
That's so
I am so
badass.
sorry for butchering all of these Chinese words.
Yeah, I couldn't do any better.
Version 2.0 brought players the third large-scale
Oh my
region
God.
open to
Look
exploration.
at that.
Centered around the element Electro, the theme for Inazuma was Eternity, a beautiful contrast to the short lifespan of Lightning. Inspired by Japan...
That's so sick, man. Look right there. Like, bro, this is so dope. And look at his eyes. He is going to play this game. There's no doubt. There's no doubt that he is about to play this game. I'm going to 175. I'm sorry. 1.5 is too slow for me.
Only via the ocean. The vast landscape is dotted with painterly sakura blossoms and high mountain peaks preside over the backdrop. Grand
Sakura
mountain shrines, the region's
blossoms. Is
largest
that cherry
visible
blossom?
Traditional Japanese places of worship. Players get to walk through imposing torii gates and cleanse their hands on purification trust. Lion-like statues resembling Japanese komainu act like shrine guardians, and fan, lotus, and cherry
This
blossom
is,
imagery
like,
surround
so
all throughout the
sick,
region. The region's
man.
very name comes from Inazuma, which means lightning in Japanese. These elements blend beautifully with an encompassing anime art style, creating an unique, almost austere atmosphere. MiHoYo put a lot of effort into making Inazuma a dream world for any anime fan out there, and I really believe they nailed it.
Yeah, I agree.
Genshin Impact managed
I
to
agree.
beautifully balance the heavily stylized look with real-world architectural influences, but there's another layer to the design of Teviat that makes the game environments truly unique. The 7 elements serve multiple purposes for the game mechanics. But they
Well, the
also
elements
influence
are
design
great.
quite heavily as well. Affiliation to the elements
I think I'm starting to get if you guys have been watching my live streams and my videos, I think I'm getting a pretty good handle on how that all works. What do you guys think?
is present in every design choice, from the intricate costume design to VFX to the architecture itself. Mondstadt, the city of wind that we talked about earlier, is built on many different elevation levels with
Yeah.
staircases, allowing its inhabitants
Isn't there like one of the characters that like her lore is that a monster tried to eat her, but her ass was so fat that the monster choked to death and it died, and she escaped? Yeah, yeah. So that's the kind of game. Yeah. Holy moly, that's a great plot. I thought so too.
to glide from one wall to the other. The Anemo emblem of wind can be seen on many items, including the crest of the Knights of Favonius, the city's protected chapter. The elements influence everything, from unique talents to the appearance of the characters, even their personality. In most cultures, water symbolized the body, thus emotions. Hydro, or water characters in Genshin Impact, were designed to look soft, quiet, and empathetic. They feature big, bright eyes and soft facial expressions.
That's smart.
Their animations are graceful and flowy.
And see, like,
Pyro-
see how they do this?
and
Like, she doesn't really have cat ears, but if you want to imagine it, you can. That's a smart little subtle thing that they put in the game.
soft facial expressions. Their
I don't know about that. Hold on, what? Oh, the cat ears here. I thought he meant actual. Okay. Yeah.
animations are graceful and flowy. Pyros, on the other hand, look passionate and determined, and are a little more spicy with their personalities. To solve the challenging issue of several cultural influences and references all mixed together, MiHoYo used the elemental system to bring everything together into a single cohesive world.
That's
The
interesting.
7
Yeah.
elements used feel distinct enough for the player to feel compelled to keep exploring, but they are similar enough to make Teviat into something original.
I mean, it's.
Character design. All right.
Okay.
Character design is the bread and butter of Genshin Impact. As a
Here
feature
Here we
Sure
go.
is.
Here we go. Here we go. We knew it was coming. Bro, we knew it was coming. Here it comes. You ready? Here he goes.
Genshin
Oh,
Impact
no.
uses system to turn
It's
on.
over.
The characters are the most desired type of content in the game, and much
Yep.
of storytelling revolves around them. In addition, perfecting their appearance was the key element in order to achieve the desired anime style.
Oh, that's absolutely true. Like, I don't know how many times like I ever make a comment. Like I said, fucking this was on Twitter.
A million.
And I said, where's Twitter? I see
A million, bro. A
I don't know where it is.
million.
Anyway, I said anybody who had Makima as a profile picture is a simp. Everybody knows that's true, right? I mean, it's not anybody, any dude that has her as a is a fucking simp. And I remember there were some fucking Genshin Impact profile pictures that took fucking great offense to this. And that's how much people like
course.
the characters, though, is they have this like this their profile picture. That this is who they are.
Special attention was given to the shaders of the characters to ensure an authentic anime look. They hand-painted shadow masks specifically for the face, which they can later adjust automatically based on the direction of light. The position of the shadow can be artificially set based on the material settings, light intensity, and even mesh curvature.
Can you imagine? I want to know. I don't think I'd ever be able to talk to a Genshin artist, but when they design these characters, I want to know how many hours it takes to go from concept to complete for a character. And I want to know how much money that costs, bro. That's what I want to know.
Areas can also be controlled by the color of the environment and at the artist's preference. As a result, the team spent copious amounts of time perfecting the concepts and making sure that they not only fit within the world, but also revealed critical details about the nature of the game.
That's what I'm saying.
A complex set of past, present, and future interactions with each character has unique features and animations that distinguish them from the other characters. It is these core features that the team uses as guiding principles for the character design. In an installment of their developer notes series, MiHoYo revealed much of their thought process behind the creation of a character named Xiao. They drew inspiration from folk legends.
Xiao, that's his name? We just made a video about him.
Uses as guiding principles for the character design. In an installment of their developer notes series, MiHoYo revealed much of their thought process behind the creation of a character named Xiao. They drew inspiration from folk legends and religious stories.
Bro, I'm definitely playing Xiao. Definitely.
Spirits,
yes.
Guardians and mythological creatures.
Yes.
The result was a rich character with a unique set of values, drives, and personality traits. His outfit reflects a young, competent warrior that moves swiftly like the wind, which is his corresponding element. His accessories are all rooted in ancient Chinese tradition.
Is there like any character?
1, 2, 3. Thank you, Mod Dragon, for following.
No. Okay. So they have fat people, but they don't have. Yeah, all right. That's I see how it is. Yeah, only NPCs. Okay, I got it. Not yet. Yeah, they need to add one of those.
The mask he wears in combat draws from Chinese exorcism masks. He wears a vajra, if I'm saying that right, at the neck and censer at the waist, 2 items ritualistically used to fight evil. Another great example of character design is Zhongli, the current vessel of the geogod Morax. He features a long ponytail, a deeply rooted Chinese symbol of social status. Okay. He has the scales on either side of his robe, which represent the emperor's power and adaptability. His design contains a lot of patterning.
He does look cool.
Symbols of sovereignty introduced in the Zap dynasty,
Jesus,
exclusively worn by the emperor. Barring a few characters, Genshin's character design rarely features actual armor.
He's like, you know, for every, it's funny because he's like acting like, okay, so here's like my thought. He's just like, oh, there's a lot into this, blah blah. It's not, his perception of Genshin Impact is waifu collector. It's like waifu Pokemon waifu. That's how he's like looking at it. And I guess in a way it is, except you don't catch him with Pokeballs, you catch him with money. But like, it's deep, bro. It's deep.
Characters being fighters.
Could you imagine Pokemon being that's a whole freaking video in itself. Can you imagine Pokemon being a gacha? I mean, I know they have that one game, Pokemon Masters EX, on mobile to like for trainers, and like that's gacha. But could you imagine a Pokemon game being gacha? Holy oh my god, how much money that game would make. You think that Genshin makes a lot of money? A Pokemon gacha would make, a Pokemon gacha that is ever evolving will make billions in a year. Easily.
On the visual appeal rather than
easily billions.
Yeah, that's true.
Predominant color,
I think it's true.
The element associated with that character. That color is then paired with a shade.
That was like perfectly timed.
Accent color added for more visual interest. The accessories are what sets most of their designs apart. These accessories mostly fit within a certain theme related to their nationality. Mondstadt characters have more dagger-like triangular shapes as embellishments with more belts. In contrast, the clothing of Liyue features plenty of Chinese knotting, thick cords, and tassels. Each elemental affiliation is also reflected in the character.
I never noticed that.
Wind characters feature quick movements that end in a slow, controlled manner. They are swift as the wind, but retain their gracefulness with every attack.
That's impressive.
Geo, or Earth characters.
Like, I mean, you gotta admit, like, they put a lot of fucking thought into this.
Yes!
Like, I didn't know it was this deep at all.
It's deep!
Oh my god.
You gotta play this game! Like I've been saying, bro.
No wonder people waste their paycheck on this game.
Like they stay grounded. In order to further
that's just irresponsible.
Developers gain unique abilities which come with their own visual effects. These are heavily influenced by their corresponding element, but they retain some individuality and reflect some of the character's backstory. Razor, for example, was presented as an orphan who was raised by wolves. As a result, his elemental burst in effects.
Razor's dope. No, Razor's dope.
Barbara, one of my favorite characters, her ability shows a colorful burst of magical notes, telling of her habit.
Wait, Razor's a girl? Oh, Razor's a guy. Okay.
All of these complex elements of culture, inspired design, and technical art prowess.
We just we just had the same reaction. Holy moly! All right, let's go.
That's impressive, man.
Holy shit. Cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say, I mean, that's impressive. They put that much work into it. I didn't even really know that it was that deep. I thought it was just a
he throws waifu collector.
Off and like the style was just because it was easy to make. I didn't know it was this much. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Maybe he never played it. I know I said that I think he does play it, but
of course not.
Maybe he never played it.
Most of the people that play this game are kids, man. They don't want to have a bald guy in the game. That reminds them of their dad. Like, they didn't want their dad in their game. Like, they played the game to get away from their dad. Okay, Dad, leave me the fuck alone. I'm trying to play my game. Like, get the fuck away from me. Like, stop. Like, I'm not gonna take out the
That's
garbage.
right.
Yeah, of course that's it. Yeah, 100%. This is a kid's game. A lot of young people play Genshin Impact. I think so. Obviously, like, it's not like only kids.
I don't think it's...
Nah, there's plenty of grown-ass fucking men that play this game, too. But the truth is, it does have a younger audience. Absolutely. Yeah, for sure. Let me see here.
I don't know about that.
Playing the game. Yeah. It also, like, that's another thing. Is like, a dude comes in and plays this game. He doesn't want to be reminded of the fact that he's fucking bald. Like, that's the last thing he wants to be. Yeah.
Nah, hold on a second. Hold on. What is the average age? What is the average age of Genshin? Hold on. Genshin Impact players. Okay, the average age. Here we go. This is a Quora, so probably not worth anything. But what is no. 55% male, 45% female, age 27% of the game. The average age is 35, bro. The average age of a player is 35. I'm 1 year younger than the average age. Actually, no, that's a lie. I mean, well, technically, I'll be 35 this year. I am the average age of a player. That makes more sense because how do you think the game makes so much money? It's indispensable. It's the income, right? We have money, people 35 have money and buy irresponsibly or responsibly, tax write-offs, right? Whatever. They spend money on the game because they can. Mom and dad, can I have, like, people, well, imagine a rich boy or a rich girl with a lot of money trying to play this game, and just with that card, mom and dad just swiping away because they don't know because they make so much money. Come on now. Yeah. Now, most of the kids, 27% of people who play Genshin Impact. Listen, I'm not a Chad. Oh my God, 2,346 people. No shot anybody reads this. Although, with the new feature, can I do this? Can I do this? Oh, can I do it? No, you can't do it. Damn it! If I could have mentioned him, I would have. I would have mentioned him. But I can't. Damn it. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's a big, hairy, greasy, smelly
It
man.
ain't
Yeah.
kids.
Average age is Tectone age, though? Yeah, I guess so. I think this is crazy. Like, I really like this video. This is really well put together. Hopefully he do more of these, and I'll watch them out. Yeah, that's it. Riot just released a cinematic for the first time. It's likes, past likes, dislikes, past likes. I don't know. I'll look at that maybe if I want. I don't know. We'll see. Tectone is a representation. Yeah, Tectone's the average Genshin player. There you go. Look,
I mean, that's fair. All right. No, he's like 30 though.
yeah, Lucari and Tectone. that's the real face behind the player base. Yep, that's what it is.
Oh man. Oh man. All right. Well, that was a pretty good video. I think that was pretty good. I enjoyed it. It was fun. Yeah. Okay. Cool. I mean, say what you want, but he's gonna play the game. I know it. I have a very strong feeling he's gonna play the game. So I'll see you guys later. Thank you guys for watching. Appreciate you, and I'll see you next time. Well, I feel like there's no better way to end this video than to read the comments from my reaction to my previous Asmongold video about him, how he wants to play Genshin Impact. And so let's get into it. We'll go back to the beginning. I realize that some people are like, oh well, my comment didn't get read because I'm all the way at the beginning and he doesn't get down there. So we'll do that. Okay, and we'll reply to a new Patel. Great video and provides a lot of insight. Thank you. Why is that there? Okay, can I reply please? Thanks for the comment. I reacted to this comment in the Asmongold reaction video to the Genshin Impact art. Coming out January 14th. Okay, there you go. So we got that copied. Okay, so thank you for that, Anu. Bro, cool. I did not expect this video, but immediately intrigued me because I had very similar thoughts. Well, I mean, everybody's thinking it, right? The guy wants to play the game. I mean, he wants to play it, and he's holding out because he thinks Hoyo is going to give him millions of dollars to play it. I don't see that happening. The amount of money that it makes by itself, it doesn't need content creators. I mean, well, hold on. It needs content creators, multiple, to create content for the game, but to have one big one, as long as Tectone, MTash, and all the big guys are making content, right? Those are the two that come to mind. But as long as the bigger Genshin creators are making Genshin Impact videos, they don't need Asmongold to make the video. So he's going to have to stop holding out eventually. I don't see Hoyoverse calling him and saying, make this video. I just don't see it. It would have to be a very smart decision made by him to see how it would work, and I just don't know. At this point, it's almost better off that he never plays it and just keeps teasing it forever, because then the anticipation will always be there. Because if that doesn't happen, then what and then that's one game that, you know, what happens? Nothing, because the anticipation is gone, and now it's like he has to find a new game to anticipate. Never have to anticipate. You have to just keep anticipating this game, Genshin Impact, forever and ever, and just keep anticipating. Then you never play it, and then people will keep anticipating because that's what they'll do. That's what people do. Bibby Gaming. If I'm not mistaken, I watched one of his latest videos, and he says he's gonna play it. Very curious story. Yeah, no, he's very curious, but you could find out everything, and like I just said, I just don't see it happening. Oh, there's a whole conversation here. From G Money. As an Asmon fan, I'm worried he will go into it with the wrong mindset, and every minute we'll be speaking about the gacha and the waifus. Fair. Yes, as we can tell. I just hope he gets invested in the world and the story without being drawn out of it by chat constantly. I will say that's hard. Chat can draw you out. That's not easy. From Goma Davuki Vico, actually, for real. And every time he sees a child character, the first thing that comes up in his mind is how people sexualize them. Yeah, I mean, he definitely has said something like that. Classic Western mindset. I literally said that. Wow, that's so funny. I actually said that. Nameless. He still do sometimes. I hope he gets better. Yeah, it's effed up having sexualized children first, but I don't think he does. No, that's not fair. He's saying that people do. He's not saying he doesn't. He's saying people do. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. That's not a fair statement. That's not a fair one. It's crazy how he always mentions that. Yeah, well, that's the world. I don't know if, yeah, I hope Asmongold reacts to this video. Raul Choen. Yeah, that would be amazing. That would be amazing. But I doubt it. Yeah, can you imagine that? I strongly doubt. I doubt it. Yeah, I doubt it. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think it's happening. Not gonna happen. Shags, Asmon chat fans is mostly toxic and narrow-minded on Genshin. His chat always judge it without playing it. They don't plan to be on. They don't plan to because they don't plan to play it because they think that they're a better person than Genshin Impact players. Okay. He finds himself in a narrow mind on Genshin. He thought it's just a fan service with Pony. Yeah, well, you know, it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny because a lot of what is said right now in these comments is pretty well depicted in this video to an extent. Devoles says he said he'll play it, but no date yet. He made a poll on his Twitter where he asked if he should play it, and 52% yes, and he mentioned it in one of the recent videos, so there's no turning back now. There's always turning back, right? Devoles, thank you for the comment. I think there's always turning back. I think that he will play it when the time is right. I think he won't play Genshin Impact unless there's a new game coming out that he can then anticipate and hype. But the anticipation of this game is really helpful to his content because everybody keeps watching. And if he splurges his load and plays the game, maybe nobody ever watches again on Genshin stuff. So I don't know. From Verseal, I don't think he's playing the game in the background. But oh yeah, I did say that. I said maybe he's playing it in the background. But I have been thinking he wants to try it out. You know what? I honestly agree at this point. I know in the last video I said maybe he's playing it. I don't think he's playing it in the background. It's too the curiosity's there. Tectone is a clown. Too bad he's one of the heads of the content creators for the game right now. I don't think he's a clown. I think that he's just a guy who's playing the game, you know. I think we need him, right? Ayo, hold up. Let's finish it with this one. I just want Asmongold to stop blue balling and play the goddamn Genshin already. He'll get a lot of content just by playing it on his stream and the VODs. Whether he'll end up liking it or play through everything or dislike it or generate views, more content to him. Yes, exactly. That's exactly what I'm thinking. Also, nah, I don't think he's already playing it secretly. That's fair. You know, I don't think that. Based on like the video I just watched, I think I kind of changed my mind a little bit on that one. But yeah, no, I agree. He'll get so much content out of it and generate plenty of views. He might even be hitting the millions at that point. He's in like the 200, 500,000s. I think he'd hit 1 million. I think he would definitely hit 1 million views if he played it. Okay, cool. That's all I got for today. If you guys haven't already, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you. We're building that Genshin community. We're almost at 2,100 subs. We're Getting real close, guys. Coming from a channel that was basically dead to something that's alive and well. And if you haven't already, do me a favor, check out the Discord. Link in the description below. See you guys next time.